Hi STMA families and students, I'm John Reeves. I'm the new building principal here at STMA High School. You know, we spent a lot of time talking with our teachers about what it is that this year is going to bring. But as we've welcomed more and more students and families back to the building, it's kind of dawned on us that we haven't given our students a picture of what school might look like. There's a whole lot of regulations and stipulations that are put in place by the Department of Health and the Department of Education. And so we just want to give you a quick picture of what school might look like from a student lens as we begin the year. Why don't you come on inside? First things first, let's get our masks on. One of the things you might notice as you come into the building is some directional signage, not only posted on the walls, but also on our floors and with our stairways. These are aimed at helping give reminders to keep social distancing. We know that we can't be perfect in this within a school environment, but we want to do our due diligence in maintaining social distancing as best as possible. So we ask that students follow the recommendations that are posted throughout the building. It's important to talk about lockers a little bit. In the hybrid model, we won't be using lockers. As you can see behind me, it would be very difficult for us to maintain social distancing standards using student lockers. And so for this year, in a hybrid model, students will be allowed to have a backpack as they go from class to class. We know this isn't perfect. We know there's some concerns with it. We're going to have to think carefully about the amount of textbooks that are given out to students and other things that we need to consider. However, we have to have student safety and staff safety at the forefront of our minds as we make decisions given the current environment. A common question that we're getting is, what does lunch look like? Because that's certainly a point in the day that students really like to spend some time socializing and get to see their friends. Certainly has to look different this year. There's a lot of stipulations and regulations that are put in place by the Department of Health and the Department of Education, knowing that this is a problem in many schools given the current situation that we are in. And so what we've decided to do is utilize multiple spaces, as you can see behind me, including our mezzanines and gym space floor, and utilizing our normal lunchroom, but with proper spacing. What this also might look like is that students will sit in common areas each day depending on the class that they have during our lunch hour. Classrooms are certainly going to look different this year as well. You might see some classrooms that have a small set of desks in them, spaced out appropriately. You might have other classrooms that have a full set of desks in them where students are socially distanced based on the desks in the room. In addition, we know that students are assigned to an A house and a B house, with some being in school while other students will be at home. And so teachers will be offering either live instruction at certain times or a recorded option for those students that might not be able to be online at specific times during the day. Hallways can certainly be a place of congestion as students go through their daily schedules. We just want to always remain reasonable in our approach, and so we ask that students are cognizant of where they are at in the hallway and who they are around, trying to maintain social distancing standards no matter where they're at in the building. So there you have it. That's just a quick picture of what it is that this school year might look like. I didn't want to overwhelm anybody, but I think it's good to get that information out. Ultimately, we want kids in school. Our staff wants to work with kids in person. This year is going to look different. It has to look different. Please know that, and please afford us the grace and patience as we continue to work through some of the things that we have thought about and other things that we might not have anticipated that will come up. There are going to be some things that have to be ironed out along the way. We realize that this is new for all of us, whether you're a parent, whether you're a student, or whether you're a staff member here at STMA High School. There's also going to be some rules or some regulations that are put in place that not everybody is going to like. We get that, we understand that, but we are putting things in place that we feel are reasonable asks to allow us to work with kids in person as long as possible, and we appreciate your willingness to abide by those things. Ultimately, we can't wait to work with you. We can't wait to welcome you back. Have a great rest of the summer. We'll see you soon, STMA High School.